Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, A Curious Cuttlefish. My name is Sarah and today we are going to be talking about Lion Brand's Re-Up yarn. So today we are going over Lion Brand's Re-Up yarn, and unfortunately I forgot to record this part of the video, so I do not have the little skein of yarn to show you as I talk about it, but I can tell you a little bit about this yarn and then I'll show you the projects that I made with it. So Lion Brand's Re-Up yarn is a 4 medium weight. This is a cotton and polyester blend. It is 85% cotton and 15% polyester. It is machine washable and dryable, and it is about 114 yards in length. It is 8 grams, and they recommend, actually I'm not sure what size hook they recommend, but the premise behind this series, or this particular yarn from Lion Brand, is that it is a recycled yarn, and so they save a lot of water when they make a recycled material. I found this yarn at Michael's for $1.99, and I did use a coupon when I purchased it, so it came out to a bit cheaper than that. I can show you what I have left over from the projects, and I feel like this yarn was not woven very tightly, so here's the yarn. This is what I have left over, and when you look at it, because it's not woven as tight as some of the other cottons that I have worked with, I was afraid it was going to split. I was surprised to find that I really did not have much problems with this yarn splitting. The texture is good for kitchen, like dishcloth, washcloths, that type of thing. If you were to look closely at this yarn, you will see flecks of other colors that pop up in here. Let me see if I can get the camera to see. And I believe this is because it's a recycled yarn. It doesn't bother me though, it tends to blend in with color. I don't know if you can see, there's a little fleck of blue in there in this piece of yarn. So I think that's because this is a recycled material. It does work up very well. I did really enjoy working with this. So let me show you the projects that I made with it, and I will go through how it worked up. And these, I will not remember the names to these patterns, but you can find these patterns in the description box beneath, and I will have links to everything down there. So with the crochet, here's my crochet dishcloth. I believe that this worked up very, very well. I really like the texture that I got from it. It crocheted very quickly. I did not have much problem with splitting. The yarn did split a little, but it wasn't that bad. Definitely something I could work with. And this dishcloth pattern is from Jada and Stitches. I forget the actual name of the title, but I will say that I did do an adjustment to this dishcloth pattern. She has you work out the center part and then do a border with a very similar stitch. I still had some leftover yarn, and so I wanted to use more of it. So I went around the border a second time with double crochet. So I gave it the border there and I put this little loop on it. So that made it a little bigger. But that's the pattern that I made in crochet. I really like how it worked up. I enjoyed crocheting with it. I did have, when I was crocheting, the tension on it, I couldn't grip the yarn with my usual tension, and I'm not sure if that's because of this texture, but usually I don't have a problem with gripping for tension for cottons, but this one I did have a little bit of trouble with. Not anything that would bother me enough to not get it in the future, but I do know that I probably would tend towards a different cotton. Maybe it's the blend of cotton and polyester that has the texture just slightly different. I do prefer 100% cotton, but you can still make very beautiful projects out of it. So, and it should be noted, I think I said this earlier, I did use a coupon when I purchased this yarn, so you do get less of it than other cotton yarns that you would be purchasing, so keep that in mind too. So there's one, and then the other one is a knit dishcloth, and there are tails still on this one too. I'm not good at weaving in ends. Here's my knit dishcloth, and I really like this pattern. I really like how this turned out. It has almost like those, it looks like cubes on it. And the pattern wasn't too hard to remember, so I really like that. If you're a beginner like me, learning how to knit, this pattern is doable. You just have to follow each row. I want to say this is almost a 20-row repeat though, so you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. And I believe that it's just different sections where it's purls, knits, and then I think this is called the seed stitch, where you do a knit over a knit and a purl over a purl so that you get that texture. So there's this dishcloth. I will have the link to this pattern in the description box. I cannot remember what it's called. I cannot remember who the wonderful designer is, but all of that credit will be down below. So if you're interested in making this pattern, I do highly recommend it. I really like this pattern, and I'm sure I'll be making more of them because I just think that this one's beautiful. So this yarn definitely knit up very well. I did prefer knitting with it over crocheting with it. And I think that's the first time I've had that with the yarn where knitting was preferred. And maybe it's the pattern because I really like this pattern, but it did knit up very well, very easily. I didn't have the splitting in knitting that I did with the crochet. So there is that as well. Everything flowed smoothly off the hook and needles. I didn't have it catching or snagging on anything. And yeah, this yarn works up well. If you're interested in trying it, I do suggest that you pick some up and test it out. It is worth trying, and I do appreciate the blend that it is. So there's my review on Lion Brand's Re-Up yarn. I hope that you have enjoyed this review, and I hope that if you like this video, please hit the like button, please comment and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and for those of you who are my subscribers, I do so appreciate you, and I so enjoy reading your comments and replying to them. It is such a blessing that you continue to watch my videos and follow my channel. I am constantly blown away by you guys, so thank you. And I will be seeing you all tomorrow with a game review. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July, and I will be seeing you all soon. Bye.